What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow here for my last NFL prediction video. Well, season prediction video. Like, I'll still do weekly predictions, where last year I actually did pretty good. I was over 500. And that's just wins and losses. I don't care for spreads. But we are getting to my division. The Panthers division. The NFC South. One, I already did the Panthers video. It, up there. That way. I can't point. I should only really look. Um, where I had Carolina's best baseline at 9-8. Best case scenario at 11-5, and worst case at 6-12. Way this defense is playing, that worst case be a lot lower. I was saying in the last video, if the defense plays, okay, the offense line holds, the receivers look good, and Bryce doesn't step up, it could be a quick exit for Bryce Young. There could be a stud quarterback coming out that you can't ignore. Hell, if Archie Manning lives up to the hype, basically. But yeah, that being said, we are going to get to the rest of the division. So most likely Carolina's not winning the South. Just saying. Just crack open a soda. Yep. I want to spray. She was a squirter. But yeah, moving on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucks. Don't know if you really improved, but I don't think you did deprove. So should be an interesting year for you guys. You are clearly the favorites to win. So let's see if you live up to the hype. Starting off at Atlanta. Realistically, you're probably splitting with the division. You might sweep the Saints. Well, that is a loss because it's at Atlanta. Against Houston. At Houston. You're about the same, so I'm going to give you the win. You'll beat the Jets, but then lose to the Eagles. This right here is an unfair start. At Atlanta, not that far. But you're going to Houston, then to New Jersey, then to Philly, then all the way out to the West Coast. That is not a fun start, but I do have you beating Seattle. You probably could beat the Niners. Someone give it to you, but then you will easily lose to Detroit. I do think you'll sweep the Saints. Simple. Week 9 bye. Not a terrible bye. This is good. This is not bad. Coming off the bye, win against the Patriots. You should beat the Patriots. Lose to Tampa. Lose to the Rams more or less because you have to go all the way out there. Beat Arizona. Beat the Saints. Beat the Falcons. Wow, we play you guys the last 2 weeks of the season. Last 3 weeks. Lose to Carolina. Probably beat Miami. And then you probably beat Carolina because it's the split division. I give you the home game. I take the home game. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bringing your season total to 11-6. Not a bad season. Actually, it's about where I expected you guys to be. Right around that 9 to 11 range. Your ceiling, realistically, and you're about to be exit out of because your page is being a pain in my ass, I say about 13, 14 wins. I think, like I said, this early stretch, you could take, if you start off 3-0, you'll be riding hot in the Philly. You could probably win that. Worst case scenario, I say probably 5 wins. Yeah, it's okay, cool. The Falcons somehow sweep you. Carolina somehow sweeps you. You drop one to the Saints. You lose all these teams that are fighting for the playoffs. So, yeah. Next up, Probably the worst team in the division. New Orleans, my grandfather's favorite team. I want pretty basically 5 grandfathers or grandparents. Sorry. Mom and dad's both set of grandparents got divorced and remarried, and my dad's best friend basically turned into my 5th grandfather. So, that being said, New Orleans. That's all I really got for you. Loss. Like realistically, I'm gonna be honest. Like I had Shador as my 4th best quarterback coming out of the draft. Yeah, why did you guys not pick him? I think that would have been a lot better move. I think with the running game that you have, the division that you're in, the city that you're in, I think Shador would have been a great fit over whatever the dude's name is. But that is a loss against Arizona, a loss against the Niners. You're gonna hear that word a lot, New Orleans fans. Loss against Seattle, lost to the Bills, lost to the Giants, but you'll beat the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots have an offensive line. I think, or offense or defense line. So I think you can run on them. At the Bears, no, I'm gonna give it to you. Win. Lose to Tampa. Lose to the Rams. Realistically, you probably split with the Panthers, so that's a loss because in Carolina. Week 11 bye. Goodbye. That's a good bye week. Lose to the Falcons. I think they sweep you. Lose to the Dolphins. Lose to the Bucks. Beat the Panthers. Like I said, I gave you the split. Beat the Jets. Yeah, beat the Jets. I have no faith in Fields. I think it's there. Lose to Tennessee and then lose to that, bringing your season total to 4-13. Yeah. I had you guys fighting for that low ranking spot. Now, if you had Shador, 5-12, maybe 6-11, I would give you at least like the like Tennessee game. Maybe you win with Shador. The Bears game, the Giants game, maybe. He's not giving you that many more wins than the quarterback you got, but yeah. Worst case scenario, man, 2-15. Realistically, you have a kind of soft schedule, but you're not that. I'm not that confident you're that good. And the final team of predictions. Also, as a Panthers fan, I see the Saints as our true rivals. We've been playing against them since we came to the league. We were both in the NFC West together. So, yeah. Just throw it out there. And last but not least, the Falcons. I still don't have faith in your offensive line. Michael Penix. So far, looking good. But that's a rookie, so let's see how he does stepping in as full-time QB. Teams have film on him. ATL. In a good season, you're splitting with the Bucks. That's a win because it's at home. You are about the same, in my opinion, as Minnesota. I'm going to give you the win because J.J. McCarthy got hurt. Split with the Panthers, so you'll lose there because of the fact that it's in Carolina. I'm gonna give it to you. Commies are gonna be a tough team to beat. Week 5 bye. That is a god awful bye. What's worse is you're coming off that and losing to the Bills, losing to the Niners. Monday night, Sunday night. Wow, that's primetime game. That's weird. Beat the Dolphins. Beat the Pats. Beat the Colts. Beat Carolina. Beat the Saints. Beat the Jets. Lose to the Seahawks. You have to lose one of those close games. Lose to the Bucks. Sorry, beat the Cards, lose to the Rams, but then beat the Saints to end the year. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It means you finish the year off 11-6. Nice, nice. You tied with the Bucks again. Ceiling. Say 13 wins. Um, yeah, 13 wins. I think is very realistic. You got a tough schedule. Like you could sweep the Bucks and the Panthers. You could beat Minnesota. You could beat the Commanders. So, worst case scenario, I'd probably say like 5-12, realistically. Like your team isn't that bad that I think you're gonna be like you like. I think you have problems that will get you bounced out of the playoffs real easily, but none that really. So, huh? I don't know who to pick as the NFC South champs. Oh, nope, nope. I do know. No, did I? They both had the same record against the division. They both swept the Saints, lost to each other, and lost to Carolina. Split with the Panthers, split with each other. So there's that. Ooh. I'm giving the edge in the division to Atlanta. Looking at their schedule compared to Tampa Bay's, which I have to re-pull back up. Um, like Tampa has a lot harder schedule, so they could probably falter than the Falcons. So for that reason, and that reason alone, the NFL NFC South champions go to the Atlanta Falcons. I just think the Falcons' schedule is more favorable to pick up a few extra wins and be closer to that 11 and 6 record than Tampa. But that is it. That's all I have. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope the Panthers are the NFC South champs. I hope Bryce Young comes out and has the amazing third season that we want. That our team's going to need to do it because I don't think our defense is stopping anybody. Oh, I think Notre Dame will could outscore Carolina right now. But that is it. That's all I have. I'll see you weird people later.